Hey everybody, it's Jules. I am so excited to be doing this video. This week's video is keys to be successful. No, I am not a billionaire, so do I really even have a reason to be giving you tips? No, but I do know a few things about how to be more productive during your day. The first thing on my list is to wake up early. By early, that means at least by 6 o'clock. Depending on if you have a day job still, you want to wake up at least 2 hours before you need to leave. This might be a little bit difficult for people who need to get out of the house by 3 to get to work, so figure out what works best for you. You don't understand how much more time you have left in your day. It amazes me when I am just shooting through my to-do list and I look at my watch or my phone and it isn't even 12 o'clock yet. You have conquered most of the day before the day has really even gone on. Does that make any sense? Plus, the morning, you know, after you defrost and get dressed and have breakfast, that's when you have your prime focus time. You are excited about the day. Get up, get dressed, make your bed, eat breakfast, then dive into your goals. That gives you so much pride when you go to work and you go on about your day to do other things for other people, that you have gotten yourself out of the way. I've heard it so many times that you can't pour from an empty cup. If you're a mom like me, you're guilted. You have to do everything for everybody else. I don't agree with that. I don't think that's true. And no, I don't think that's healthy. I'm my best self when I put myself first and make sure that I've gotten up and I've focused on my goals for a period of time. And I've checked things off my list and I just feel great, and I'm able to encourage other people because I feel great. People treat you and want you to feel how they feel about themselves. So if you're angry and you're bitter and you're frustrated, you really need to stop for a second and see what's going on and do a mental check-in. Like I said, I feel my best when I've spent some time focusing on my goals at the beginning of the day. I don't recommend spending time to focus on your days at the end, on your goals at the end of the night, because you're drained, you're tired, you've done everything for everyone else. And plus it just gives yourself this feeling that you've put yourself last. Get up, pray, meditate, put yourself first, focus on your goals, and I promise you, you will feel like a better person, which will make you a better person to the people in your life. Next thing on my list is to prepare for the day the night before. The day before, I'll already know what I'm going to wear. I'll already know what I'm going to eat for lunch. I'll already know what I'm going to eat for breakfast. So that way, when I get up the next day, it's thoughtless and I can use that mental energy to focus on other things. I know it sounds a little crazy, but I promise you it works. That's why you see certain famous people seemingly wearing the same exact colors or the same exact outfit every day, because they can use that mental energy. Instead of wondering if this blue shirt matches these black pants, they can use that to just grab the black shirt and focus on something more important. The next point is to journal. If ever I go to bed and there's something on my mind that's troubling me, I will get up. I don't care what time it is. I have gotten up at 2 o'clock in the morning and pulled out my journal and just poured out every single thought onto that journal, every single worry, every single fear. And as I'm doing this, for me, I pray. You can meditate and do whatever you feel brings peace to you. But for me, as I'm journaling, I'm praying and thinking over these things. Once I'm done writing and getting all those things out of my head, I feel so much better. And I've come to get some great solutions to problems I've had. I've gotten creative ideas just from mentally and physically writing down, just vomiting out everything that's in my head onto a sheet of paper. I've done this pages and pages and pages and pages. I think the most I've written is maybe like over 20 pages, just brain dumping, as Mel Robbins, famous motivational speaker, calls it, brain dumping into my journal, whatever fears that I have. And it also helps you clear your mind. So what this looks like is you wake up at midnight and you're worried about a presentation at work. So you'll take out your journal and you're like, I'm worried that this presentation won't go well. I'm worried that I'm gonna embarrass myself. I'm worried that they're gonna laugh. I'm worried. And The goal is by the time you dump everything out, you realize just how ridiculous it is to worry because nobody's perfect. At least you're trying. You know, you might get a chance to get a promotion. You start to look at the positives of the situation because you've already dumped out the negatives of the situation. Another thing I use my journal for is to plan. I have notebooks everywhere and post-it notes everywhere throughout where I live in case I need to jot down an idea. I make plans for things, outlines for things. I have notebooks for days. I have a problem. The next thing on my list is to save your money. Yes, we've heard time and time again how so-and-so started a business with $500 and a dream or $50 and a prayer. Honestly, you're going to eventually need money. You're going to have to get health insurance. You're going to have to pay for a building. You're going to need a computer software. You're going to need supplies. You're eventually going to need to hire employees. You might need to hire an assistant. You might need to get insurance to insure your products or services. You might need to pay for shipping and handling. Eventually you will need money, and there's not going to be any way around it. You don't want to start off begging and borrowing. You don't want to start off your business on the wrong foot. A lot of the successful entrepreneurs that I know own the buildings they work in. They don't rent them. They are not bankrupt. They're not in debt to anyone else. So you don't want to start off your business having to beg and borrow from other people to get the money that you need to do the things that you want to do. If that means getting a second job, if that means you don't get your nails done anymore and instead you put that $40 or $50 a week into a savings account to build up to the things that you want to do, then so be it. I've heard it said that you have to do what you really don't want to do now to live the life you want to live later. So it's all about, do you want a quick fix? Or do you want to build a successful business so you can have a great life? The choice is up to you, and only one of those choices sounds good to me. The next thing on my list kind of ties into the previous thing. It is be willing to forego a social life, at least for a short period of time. I cannot tell you how many times I am given a hard time because I am not hanging out at the bar 1 to 2 times a week. I'm not going to every party and get together. I'm not doing everything with everyone because I'm at home researching and working on my ideas to get them off the ground. Right now, that seems more important to me than the temporary fix of going out and having a great time for a few hours, which will cause me to spend money that I shouldn't be spending in the first place. I saw a meme on Facebook. They said that T.I. said it. I don't know if he did, so Google it and comment who actually said it. Something to the effect of, you're out every week doing all this celebrating, but what exactly are you celebrating? You haven't accomplished anything. That is not verbatim. That is so true. I get it. The work week is hard, but then, like Gary Vaynerchuk says, if Friday and Saturday is your escape from the work week, then that is a huge sign that you need to reevaluate your life choices and your job. Your job, you know, shouldn't be something that you hate and that you want to escape. That puts a lot of stress on you. So that might be a sign that it's time for you to look into building your own business and building the life that you want. People tease me because I'm a certain age and I'm still single, and you know what? I'm totally fine with that. I feel like love is infinite and that it will always be there for me. And if anything, while I'm hitting the ground running, I will meet someone who is running as well, and we will look at each other and be like, hey, you're running this way too. So am I. At least that's how it's gonna go in my head. You might not be able to have that crazy summer vacation that you want. You know, we're obsessed with posting these beautiful vacation photos on social media, and you might have to forego a year of doing all those things and posting all those wonderful vacation photos who are posted by people who couldn't afford to go on those vacations in the first place. Choose your priorities. Do you want to build something, or do you want to put on a facade of having built something? It's up to you. The next thing is to be honest with yourself. A lot of work goes into building a business. Sometimes you get knee deep into it and you realize, oh my gosh, this is more than I can handle. It might not be for you, which is unfortunate. There are support systems out there, and the people that are successful are the ones who are knee deep in it and they ask the questions that they need. They reach out to get help and they choose to keep on going. A lot of dreams don't die because people don't have a dream or they don't believe that they can do it. Dreams die because you get to the point where you realize it's going to take a little bit more work than expected, and you're like, no, that's not for me. And that has to be the moment where you roll up your sleeves and you decide to keep pushing. The next thing is to be professional about your goals. When you go to work, if you still have a day job, you can't have your cell phone out. There's certain clock in and clock out times. You have to put in a request for vacation. You can't have food out in front of your clients or customers. There's a certain way that you have to dress. Treat your personal goals the same way. For me, I have a schedule for when I'm gonna do certain things. I have a time that I'm gonna do, or a time allotted that I'm gonna do those certain things. I have deadlines for myself. Once your goals take off, are you gonna want your employees to be haphazard about your business? No, you yourself need to behave in a way that you'll want your employees to act. You yourself need to respect your business the way that you'll want your patrons and people that you network with to respect your business. You see so many messages about ignore the haters, but the truth is your haters might actually have some good points. So think, this person is sitting down and they're watching your videos, they're reading your books, your blog, or they're, maybe they secretly bought your product that they're hating on, which is how haters work. They're secretly fans. Their mission is to set out to find how it's not working. They're gonna find all the holes in your system. They're gonna realize that you say a million times like I do, and I'm working on that. Well, I say don't ignore them, because while they're hating and their motives are not good, they might actually have some good points that will help you improve your business or whatever it is that you're doing. So you might want to step back and listen to them. With my therapist, together we came to the conclusion, I can't spell, that's the result of growing up country. I can't talk. See? Country. But me and my therapist both came to the conclusion that you need to thank haters. You need to thank the people that are putting obstacles in your way, because those obstacles, without them, won't cause you to learn more and develop yourself and to be a better person. So use your haters to your advantage. You win. The last point on my list is be willing to wait a really long time. I've heard it said that it takes 7 years to become an overnight success. All those celebrities and business people that you see that just seemingly pop out of nowhere, trust me, they have years and years and years of blood, sweat, and tears and hard work and failures under their belt before they got to the point they are today. That's another reason why you don't need to compare your beginnings to where someone else is at the middle or at the, the height of their journey. That's really not fair, and that's not conducive to, you being successful. You have to be honest and create the mindset of, I'm just beginning. This may take a while. That's okay. It's a part of the journey. Give yourself 10 years. I like to listen to Rachel Hollis, and she talks about how it took her 6 years before she, wrote her first book, or, all the years she put into her catering company and party planning company and the books that she wrote before she got to the point where she got. It takes years to blow up. It doesn't happen overnight. Please get that out of your head. Give yourself some grace. Give yourself some time. You will get there you will get there if you put in the hard work and you're patient with yourself. I'm so excited that you watched another one of my videos. Come back next Sunday and I'll post another one for you. Have a great day. Get busy on your goals. Bye.